Welcome to the Final Cut. I am your host, Mark the Movie Man Krawczyk, and today we're going to get an early peek at a film that doesn't come out to VOD until June, but we're going to look at Jurassic Games. Yes, Jurassic Games, brought to us by Ryan Belgart, who brought us the movie Gremlin, which I reviewed a while back. Well, here in Jurassic Games, it's set in the future, and we get Anthony Tucker, who has been convicted of first-degree murder of murdering his wife, but he claims he's innocent. But in order to get exonerated and so he doesn't die by lethal injection, he volunteers for the game Jurassic Games, which is a virtual reality world where folks on death row compete to be the last person standing, and if they win the contest, they get all their crimes forgiven and can go on their way. But if they die in the game, they die for real by lethal injection. And we see how Anthony Tucker tries to compete against some really, truly scary individuals to be the last man standing so he can get home to see his children. Jurassic Games I enjoyed. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would because I knew it was going to be a lower budget CGI film, so I went in with that expectation going, okay, let's see how this is going to fit in. But the fact that it's set in a virtual reality world lets you forgive a little bit of some of this CGI quality. Though I will say that the CGI dinosaurs in here are some of the better CGI dinosaurs in most of the shots I've seen than I've seen in past indie films of this budget that are trying to do CGI creatures. So the CGI dinosaurs in here, I liked the design of them. They made them blend in a little bit better into the live action background. They're getting better with that. So, it didn't distract me too much. What I did enjoy with the cast of characters that they had in here. Now, granted, you do run through your more stereotypical characters that you see in this film. You've got the crazy girl, Joy, who is played fantastically by Katie Burgess. She was in Gremlin, and I really enjoyed her performance quite a bit. This kind of calm, yet, scary psycho type of performance in here. Really enjoyed her, and especially her scenes that she gets with Anthony Tucker, character played by Adam Hampton. These two played off each other well and made for a few actually tense moments. You get Tiger Shu in here playing Ren, who's a guy who's really good at martial arts, and he gets to do some martial arts fighting with raptors, which that fight sequence, actually, they put some care into it. It didn't look half bad for, again, a film of this nature. Kyle Pennington playing the crazy little brother of this brother pair of killers. Man, he just goes over the top with this character. I wanted to see him, more of him on screen, though you do have a lot of characters to deal with in here. It's one of those where it's kind of Hunger Games meets Running Man, it meets a number of other films you could see where they pulled together and tried to create this amalgamation. They did try to do some social commentary in here as well about the morality of the Jurassic Games, as well as, death row, lethal injection in general. And they tried to play with that in the background a bit, as well as you get scenes in the production booth with the crazy, he's not crazy, but he's just a guy with no morals who only cares about ratings. The host, played by Ryan Merriman. You get scenes in there where they're kind of making social commentary about not only media, but death row and the death penalty and such. And that was kind of choppy, and it felt a little bit messy, like it was thrown in there extra, but I did enjoy the action scenes, and I did enjoy the competition part, and the way they made it feel like a real TV show. So I had fun with Jurassic Games, more fun than I thought I would with it, though I highly recognize the fact that this is not breaking a lot of new ground, and many people may be turned off by the lower production value. But if you go in with an open mind and no expectations whatsoever, and are just looking for kind of an interesting amalgamation of some films you've seen in the past, then you may want to check out Jurassic Games. I appreciate you watching my review, folks. If you haven't heard already, I've got a Patreon. So go over to patreon.com, Special Mark Productions, a few clams, and you can get some exclusive content there. I appreciate everyone who has supported me here on YouTube. I will continue to bring you reviews of indie films. I thank you so much for your support. Until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.